What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I've got some exclusive early access footage for V2. This is the third and final regular multiplayer map to show for you guys for this DLC pack. And as always, gotta give a big thank you to Activision for flying me out and paying for my hotel so I can come out to the event and capture this gameplay early. Some people have been asking why I say that at the beginning of every one of these gameplays where I have early access gameplay, and I just wanted to clear that up. This is actually a legal requirement since they did pay for me to come out there. They paid for my flights and hotels. They didn't pay me any money, but they paid for my trip to get there, and I am legally required to disclose that at the beginning of the video. So now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about V2. As you can see with this map, it's a relatively small map. I would say it's kind of small to medium. It's not like as small as Shipment by any means, but it is a relatively small map. It's got more of a square shape to it. And the key feature on this map is right in the middle. You can see there's a V2 rocket under construction, and this is where the B flag is for domination. There's also a hardpoint location here, and it gets pretty hectic as you're going to see throughout this gameplay. I'm just constantly battling for that B flag. And a really interesting thing about that V2 in the middle is there's actually a ladder once you're on the second floor. There's a ladder you can jump onto on the V2. When you climb up that, there's a button at the top, and if you press that button, it will initiate a launch sequence for the V2. It doesn't actually take off or anything, but flames come out of the bottom and it kills anybody that's on that lower area where the B flag is. Now there is a bit of a cooldown on this, so you can't just constantly climb up there over and over again and keep spamming that button. The cooldown appears to be like at least a minute. I'm not 100% sure what that cooldown is exactly, but I did talk to one of the devs about it and he mentioned there was a cooldown on that. But I think that's kind of a unique dynamic element they added to this map. It doesn't completely change the way the map plays by any means. It's just a neat little thing you can do throughout the match to defend that B flag or just try and clear that out. It's extremely risky to go up and hit that button though. You're very, very exposed up there and you're almost definitely going to die. Now, aside from that element in that middle area there, the areas around the map are a little bit more like close to somewhat mid-range. This map is definitely going to be dominated by SMGs and rifles, and if you're playing really close quarters in that middle area, shotguns are actually going to work quite well for you. And overall, I feel like this map is going to have a good place in CoD WW2 simply because there's no other map quite like it in this particular game. It does kind of remind me of a map style we've seen before in previous Call of Duties, although this isn't a remake of any map or a reimagine of any one of the maps. It is a completely new and unique map. It just has sort of a feel of more of an older Call of Duty style, and I like that, and I feel like it's going to have an excellent place within the list of maps for CoD WW2. One thing I wasn't a huge fan of is just how difficult it is to capture and hold the B flag on this map. If you don't have B, you're in a lot of trouble unless you have a very coordinated team with you. There are several different entry points into the B flag area, as well as that verticality. You can get up onto the second story there and then just shoot straight down because you can see through the grate that you stand on when you're on that second story. So for domination, unless you're the one in control, it can be a little bit of a frustrating map to play. I think this is going to play much better for modes like Kill Confirmed or Team Deathmatch, where you can kind of roam around the edges if you want, while still being an effective team player. But unfortunately, we didn't get any hands-on experience with those modes on this particular map while I was there. We only really got to play domination and hardpoint, if I remember correctly, and I always seem to be ending up on the team that just didn't have that control over the B flag area. So with that, I'll just let the rest of this gameplay play out for you guys so you guys can take in all the sights and sounds. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are you guys thinking about this map so far, just based on what you've seen from this gameplay? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, if you guys have missed any of the gameplays from the previous multiplayer maps, I've already uploaded a gameplay for each one of those. I will leave those linked in the description down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Enemy captured Kaiser! Securing Bertha! Munition! Festgenagelt! Losing objective Kaiser! Good work! Prepare for the next advance! Domination! Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound. A capture. Enemy has Kaiser. Securing Delta. Taking B. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Taking B. Taking B. X-bomb mission underway. Enemy counterintelligence aircraft observed. Taking B. Delta capture. Enemy capturing aircraft. Losing objective Anton. Enemy capturing Bertha. Recon airborne, searching for targets. Enemy contact at Bertha. Enemy capturing Anton. Enemy taking B. Enemy capturing Anton. Enemy taking B. Anton is lost. Enemy taking B. Enemy strafing ready incoming. Get to cover. Enemy taking B. B is lost.
Da drüben! Aktivität!
Securing Bertha. Bertha losing objective Bertha. B is lost.
Tot! Werfe eine Granate!
Closing with Anton. Losing objective Kaiser.